Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Alabama. And before we get started, if you guys enjoy what I do and you come by every single day, punch the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the channel out quite a bit, so thank you guys in advance. Now, let's get into it. I want to first of all say thank you for all of y'all for sticking with me after yesterday. I had to post the video and I was like, you know what? I am so upset right now with all of the technical difficulties that I've run into. I can't be bothered, so I apologize. But I'm here, I promise we're back, we're doing the normal things. I'm also, for those of you interested in the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought series, we have run into some more issues, and I am currently coming up with a new series that we're going to be starting in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. The Spanish series, unfortunately, is going to be restarted as a new series. So, hopefully you guys are ready for that. But, yeah, we are on Warrior's Path, and we are in the Bama, and this match is going to be a prime example of everything that I love and hate about World of Warships Legends. First of all, we have the Polish Lightning, aka the Błyskawica, or Błyskawica, Vika. Somebody out there who's Polish can yell at me. I apologize. But anyway, we're going to push in. We also have a mines right here. Now this is a perfect combination. You got a destroyer to spot, you have a DPM cruiser that is absolutely nasty, and you have a hyper-accurate tanky battleship. What's more could you ask for, right? Now right off the bat, the Jaeger gets spotted. I'm like, oh, okay. Take a shot at the Jaeger, try to whittle him down a little bit. You can see the mines also takes a shot at the Jaeger, and all of our shells bracketed the Jaeger and leave him with all of his health intact. Unfortunately, he slips away. The mines goes to start shooting the Constellation. Now, our destroyer makes a stupid decision of smoking up and immediately turning and stopping and gaining all the torpedoes, and down goes our destroyer very, very quickly thereafter. I mean, he's still technically alive for the moment, but let's be honest, he's not long for this world. We take a good shot here at the Constellation, and we get an okay result. We're up to 8,000 damage done so far in this match. It's not a lot, let's be honest. But again, the destroyer is not long for this world. You can see he took a torpedo while he was sitting in a smoke screen. The Constellation is tired of getting burnt and decides to go broadside to an Alabama. This is not how you play the Constellation. He's lucky he's not just dead. Like, he should be dead. If there was, you know, not me leaving him with just enough to get away every single time, he would be dead. Fortunately, I am going to get another shot on this little turd as he gets behind the island. Probably thinks he's pretty safe. So we take a shot over the top of the island, and we take a little bit of damage from the battleship there in the distance. I believe it's a Nelson. But we do manage to finish off the Constellation, and that brings us up to a nice, even 57,000 damage. Wonder how many hit points the Constellation has. But 57,000 even. Such a weird number to see. You don't see, like, even numbers very often. But not to be outdone by the Constellation, the Nelson is like, well, anything you can do, I can do for half price. So, he goes up, he's just parked broadside to God and everybody. Honestly, he's lucky to be alive here, because that was decent dispersion, but the mines should just load AP on this guy. Yes, your HE is going to pin him everywhere too, but it's a Nelson. He can heal a lot of HE fire damage back. He ain't going to be able to heal your AP damage back. He will just melt to the AP of the mines, I promise. But don't worry, because we are going to make sure that he melts to our AP in the process. And as you can see, we just punch straight through just perfectly underneath that front turret. So you got to watch when you're shooting at the Nelson, because the Nelson likes to, and we knew the torpedoes would be coming, right? We've already lost our destroyers, so we knew that the Jaeger was out here, And this is where the turning ability of the Alabama and the other, the Massachusetts, the Sodaks, this is where the turning comes in so clutch, man. These ships could just turn on a dime, man. They are just always ready to go. Like, anytime you need them to. Oh my god, he loaded AP. You little turd. But, anytime you need to turn, these ships can flip it and no problem. But I gotta be careful because the Jaeger does have reload boosters, right? And he has 16 torpedoes on those reload boosters. They may not hit very hard, but what he lacks in overall damage, he makes up for in quantity. So we gotta be on our toes. Now, you can see I am begging this Mines to come out and help with the Jaeger. I know where the Jaeger's at, but the Mines is like, no, there's a battleship over here. I must go burn down the battleship. So, yeah, not preferable. But we are going to go ahead and point our bow in the direction of the destroyer. I know that the Iowa's coming, so I know I'm going to get slapped here if I'm not careful. So we're going to go ahead and take the shot. We aim waterline here. Probably not my best shot. He ends up shooting at me, fortunately, instead of the cruiser. I take a pretty nasty hit there. I think it was somewhere around 8 or not 8, but like 12,000 damage. But here we go. We managed to, because we anticipated the destroyer, we were able to once again dodge all of his torpedoes. Shocker. It's almost like, if you pay attention, oh my god, reload booster! God dang it. Well, we almost dodged all of his torpedoes. But it's okay, because we have really good torp reduction anyway. And we absolutely crushed the Jaeger. And you can see I am begging my friend in the cruiser to shoot the guy. And of course, the cruiser sails to the one place where he can't actually shoot the guy at all. The things we do in this game, right? But for his trouble, he gets slapped by the Iowa, so at least I get a little bit of, you know, karma. But we take another shot here at the Iowa since the destroyer is now behind the island and we don't have a shot at him. Mines, to his credit, does finally come out the other side and start shooting at the Jaeger. And that should be the end of that Jaeger, because we left him with no hit points. But the Mines has to be careful here too, because I apologize. I always end up yawning when I'm doing these videos late at night. I apologize, guys. But the Iowa is just begging to neuter this Mines, right? Like, he's looking for it at this point. But unfortunately for this Iowa, A, he's over-angled to me, so I'm just nickeling and diming him every chance I get. I mean, Alabama is one of the most accurate battleships in the game. But the Jaeger's already dead. We don't have to worry about him anymore. So we're going to go ahead and start turning in and getting angled against the Iowa. We know that the torpedoes are on their way from the Mines. Can we get loaded in time and steal a little bit more damage off of him before the shot? Get there! No! His torpedoes got there first. I was really hoping to get another shot through the bow side plating there. But 136,000 damage on this flank. I feel like I've done my job. And then I'd hate to think of how much potential damage we have with the sheer volume of torpedoes that came our way. So, notice what's going on the map. The enemy has won the left flank. They have 4 ships remaining, and all 4 ships are basically in the neighborhood of... Oh my god, the USS Black just took out the Jervis in the middle of the map. Who wants to take a guess as to whether that Jervis was sitting in a smokescreen broadside to the enemy firing his guns at a battleship when the USS Black managed to torp him? That's just a guess. But we're going to rotate back. Now, I could have went through the middle here, but if you look at where my teammates are, I wanted to set up a crossfire. We talk about this all the time, right? Like, I want to make sure that our battleships are separated from one another. If I go through the middle here, I'm going to end up right next to our Caracciolo. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go back around the way I came. We're going to go behind or in with these cruisers and try to put ourselves in a position to counter the enemy ships. Now, there's a couple of things I want you guys to pay attention to here towards the end of this match. First of all, you got 2 DPM nasty, prolific, heavy cruisers that are both American in the Wichita and the Baltimore. Both of them are an absolute pain in the neck to get rid of unless you overmatch them. And if they stay at any sort of medium to long range, they can be almost impossible to take out as a battleship captain because they are very agile. Especially the Wichita. But there is a way to counter it. and that is to let them come to you. I know it's a crazy concept, but watch what I mean. As we try to snake our way back into position here, we're going to not fire our guns until the enemy is committed to coming towards us, right? That's our goal. And we're going to specifically target the Wichita as quickly as possible. Reason being, he's the one that's the worst to get rid of. He also has the most DPM of the two ships, right? You have the Baltimore, you have the Wichita. Wichita has a better rate of fire, even though it doesn't fire the super heavy shells that the Baltimore has. But they both fire the same HE, right? So in this situation, they're probably shooting a lot of HE unless they're shooting at these cruisers, in which case they're probably going to be just fine against the cruisers. What they're not expecting is an Alabama to come running back across the map and put himself in a position where I can counter both of them and be in position to potentially help with the Leon, which is the last remaining battleship. Now, as the Wichita pushes in, pay attention to my detection range, boys. I have a 13.2 kilometer detection range. Now, currently, he's committed to coming towards us, right? Like, he's actively coming towards us. He ends up, the Leon takes out our Helena, unfortunately. But as soon as he commits, and we're about to get spotted, okay? As soon as we're spotted, we're close enough. We have no choice. It's time to start punching him in the face. So we get a pretty good-looking shot there, right down Main Street, putting 2 shells right through the bow. No problem whatsoever. And now he's in a pickle, because now he's sailing into a crossfire of torpedoes. He can't really dodge, because if he does, I'm going to neuter him. And this guy is pretty much toast. There's not much he can do here. Now, I was going to shoot him, and then I was like, he's gonna die here, so there's no reason for me to shoot him. So we decide to focus the Baltimore. And again, now I have a smoke screen between them, right? So he didn't see this coming until I fired my guns, and look at that accuracy. That's gonna sting. As we hit him with almost all of our shells. We hit him with 6 out of 9 shells. Not too shabby. But that's the end of the Baltimore, because now he, just like the Wichita, is in a situation where he has to commit to turning, and the Caracello gets to pick it off. This is the crossfire we talk about, folks. It's a lovely thing. Now, the Mines has put himself in a position to get yeeted by this Leon. Down he goes. We put a shot out on the Leon for 15,000 damage, and at this point, I was like, oh, come on. One more reload, and we got this man in the bank, right? And that's when he decides to just stay broadside to our Caracello, and our Caracello is going to slap the ever-living out of him. Wait for it. Bonk, 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 bonk. Good Lord. I wish my Italian battleships were that accurate. I think he hit him with every shell. But this was a great example of the Alabama just doing everything it needed to do. And 2,726 base XP, top of the leaderboard, 178,000 damage, Confederate high caliber. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.